Good morning students. Welcome in this class. This video is for class 8 subject social science. We are studying about history chapter 8 civilizing natives educating the nation. It is the second lecture of this chapter and in today's lectures topics to be discussed are first one, what happened to local schools. Second one, new routines, new rules. Third, the agenda for a national education. Fourth one, English education has enslaved us. Tagore's Abode of Peace. And in last, homework will be assigned to you. So students, let's start today's discussion. Yes, as in our previous lectures, we have studied about the opinion or thoughts of two groups. Okay, these were Orientalists and Anglicists. Orientalists were the people, those who were in favor of Asiatic culture. Okay, and means those who wanted to educate the Indian children in their own native language. They had respect for Asian culture. And the second one there, that were Anglicists. These were the people, those who were not in the favor of Asian culture. Okay, they criticized the Indian culture or Asian culture, and they were in the favor of Western culture. They wanted to educate the Indian children in English language or about Western literature. Okay, so when British government that made some changes in the education system of India, like government introduced two acts. One was English Education Act, which was introduced in 1835, and Wood Dispatch, okay, that was 1854. And according these two rules or new policies, many changes were made in Indian education system. Okay, so when these two new education systems were introduced in India, so what happened to local schools? As we know, before the British rule, that in India, Pathshala, okay, or Gurukul system was there, in which children were given oral education. Okay, there were no textbook, they were given education in their own native language, means Sanskrit or Persian. This is there. So, when these two new policies, new rules were introduced, so what happened to this local school? Now we will discuss about this topic. Okay, so let's start. Yes, what happened to local schools? Yes, friend, actually in the 1830s, William Adam. Who was William Adam? He was a Scottish missionary and he toured the district of Bengal and Bihar and was given charge by the company to give report on the progress of education in vernacular school. Yes friends, vernacular school. As I told you that new education policy was introduced in 1835. Okay, so before it, that means in 1830s, William Adam, he was a Scottish missionary and that he was sent by the British government to give a report about the progress of education system in vernacular schools. What do you mean by vernacular schools? Actually, vernacular school system in which the students were given education in their own native language. Okay, so that is the meaning of vernacular. And as we know that in vernacular school system, that means knowledge was given on their own language, native language, and oral education was given. So at that time there were no textbooks were there. Okay, so means you must know about vernacular, means a schooling system in which that education was given in native language. Okay, so what report was given by the William Adam? Okay, what he observed about the Indian education system? Now we will discuss about it. Yes, so Adam found that the system of education was flexible and local schools were known as pathshalas. As I told you that at the time in India, schools were known as Pathshalas. Okay, and there was the you can say flexible education system. Means what do you mean by flexible education system? As we know that as you come in the school, that we have to follow some rules and regulation. Okay, according to, like the timetables. Okay, and the time periods of the every period, this is there, and this morning time of the school, closing time of the school. Okay, like Sunday is off one. So means everything is in a particular systematic way is there. But beta, at the time that in the Pathshalas, that the things were not fixed. This education system was flexible, means it could be changed according to the situation. Okay, no fixed timetable were there, no fixed timings were there. Like in the harvesting season, that the schools that would get off, this is there, means the children's means they didn't come in the school at the time of harvesting seasons. Okay, and there were no fixed timetable, books were not there, oral education was given. Okay, so means everything was flexible. It was not in a systematic manners as that we see in day-to-day life. This is there. So means what report was given by the William Adam told that Indian education system, that this schooling or the education is given in Pathshalas, and in Pathshalas there were no systematic rule. Means the system is flexible. It could be changed anytime according to the situation. This is there. Okay. So, and one means which other things which was Adam you can say told in his report that there were no fixed fee, no printed books, no separate school building, no benches or chairs, no blackboard, no system of separate classes. Okay, no roll call registers, no annual examination, and no regular timetable. Fee dependent on the income of parents. Okay, the rich had to pay more, then the poor had to pay or they pay less. Okay. So this I already told you that this is the meaning of the flexible system. Means there were no fixed you can say systematic manner was there. That fee schedule was not fixed. The rich people had to pay more than the poor. No printed textbook were there. No separate school building were there. The children were given education on you can say under a bargad tree. Okay, or in a temple corner. Anywhere. Okay, no chair, no blackboards were there, no separate classes were there, like for that nowadays what we see that separate classes are there according to level, first standard, second standard, in this way. No roll call register were there. Okay, annual examination, no testing were there, no regular timetable were there. So means that was the flexible timetable. Okay. Yes. So, here the topics which we have discussed, in which it is asked what was the you can say vernacular education system. Describe the vernacular education system. So you will tell in vernacular education system, the education was given in the Pathshalas. There were no fixed timetable. Okay, and means that was very flexible. So all these things you can describe in the vernacular education system, and in which the education was given in native language. Okay. Yes, next points. The Adam represented in his report that classes were usually held under a banyan tree or in the corner of a village shop. Okay, in temple or at Guru's home. This I also already told you that there were no separate building. Okay, mainly that the classes were held under a tree or in a corner of a village or in a temple, or sometimes in Gurukul, means at Guru's or teacher's home. So these were the features of vernacular education system. So all these points which we are discussing, all these points you have to mention in vernacular education system. Teaching process was oral. This I also told you. Sometimes the question is asked in 1 mark. Which type of education system, how the education was given in that vernacular education system or Pathshalas, oral. And the Guru decided what to teach in accordance with the needs of the students. Okay, yes. Now next point, the guru interacted separately with groups of children with different levels of learning. Okay, as I told, no separate classes were there. Ki all the students of different age, they sat together. Okay, and then this teacher or guru, that you can say divide or all these students in groups were made. Okay, and that means according to their level, mental level, this is their or learning. Okay, so this was vernacular education system. Now, new routines, new rules. Okay, yes, the new routines ki what new rules were made? As I told, 1854. What happened in 1854? Wood dispatch. We have discussed about it, wood dispatch. Ki after 1854, the company decided to improve the system of vernacular education system by introducing order within system, imposing routines, establishing rule, ensuring regular inspections, and company appointed a number of government pundits, each in charge of looking after 4 to 5 schools. Okay, like in the after the wood dispatch, okay, new education system, now the company decided to improve the Indian education system, vernacular education system, which was very flexible. Okay, so many changes were made in it. Okay, and which changes? Like imposing routines, establishing rules, ensuring regular inspection. Okay, means everything that you can say changes were made in everything, and rules and regulations were also introduced. Okay, now that vernacular education system was not flexible, that all things were in a systematic manner, and regular inspections also. Okay, some people were appointed to check about the progress, okay, or to present a report about the educations which was going in this schools. Okay, and these peoples were known as pandits, and each pandit that he was in charge of looking after 4 to 5 school. Means on daily basis he had to visit in the schools, okay, and do inspections and checking, and after the checking give report to the company about the progress or about the education system of that education system about these schools. Okay, now the next thing is there, that which change is made in it. Teaching was now to be based on textbooks and learning was to be tested through a system of annual examination. Yes, as I told that in vernacular education system, textbooks were not there and oral education was given. Okay, so after the Wood Dispatch in 1854, according to the new system, now the textbooks were introduced in curriculum, in syllabus. Okay, and the learning was to be tested through a system of annual examination. Okay, how much the student had learned. Okay, now the testing was done. Okay, by in the way of, you can say, exams. Okay, annual examinations were held now. Yes, so next stage, students to pay a regular fee, asked to attend regular classes, sit on fixed seats and obey the new rules of discipline. Yes, okay, earlier that there were no, you can say, fixed fee were there, fee structure was there, that rich people had to pay more than poor, but now the fee structure was fixed, decided. And I told that the during the harvesting seasons, the children, those who belong to the farmers class, okay, they they were allowed not to attend the class, but these things stopped now. Okay, now the children were asked to attend regular classes, no off during the harvesting season. So many good changes were made in the education system according to this Wood Dispatch policy. Okay, those pathshalas which accepted the new rules were supported through government grants. Yes, the rules and regulations which were made by the British government, the pathshalas, the schools who followed these rules and regulations, some that financial help was given by this government to promote this education system. Okay, yes. Now we will discuss about our next point, that new rules had some consequences. Students have to attend school regularly even during harvest time. So inability to attend the school seen as indiscipline and as evidence of lack of desire to learn. Means the children, those who belong to the farmer class, at the time of harvesting seasons, when crops are cut in the fields, then these students were not able to attend the class. So at that time, when they didn't attend the class, that it was considered as indiscipline and evidence of the lack of desire to learn, means that children are not interesting to learn the things. Okay, this is there. Yes, now a decision was taken to make English the medium of instruction for higher education to stop the promotion of Oriental institution. Yes, in our previous lecture we have studied that two Oriental institutions, Madrasa and Banaras College, were set up. Okay, and now English was made the medium of instructions for higher classes. Already we have discussed about this point. Okay, and now stop to promotion Oriental institution. Ki the financial help which was given by the company, okay, to this Oriental institution, Madrasa or the Banaras College, now it was stopped. Okay, no help, no financial help was given or provided by the company, now this Oriental institution. Okay, yes, now our next topic, the agenda for a national education. Some Indians impressed with the development in Europe felt that Western education would help to modernize India. Okay, so when these changes were made, so some Indians were there, those who impressed a lot, okay, with these changes, and they felt that this Western education would help to modernize India. And they thought that this Western system, this Western education, okay, would be very helpful to bring development in India. Okay, means they were in the favor of Western education. Huge capital was invested on education to establish more schools, colleges and universities. As I told, according to the Wood Dispatch, okay, many changes were made and universities and colleges were also set up in big cities like Mumbai, okay, Calcutta, Madras. This is there. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore reacted against Western education. Okay, so some Indians were also there, Indian leaders were there, those who were against this Western education. They didn't want this Western culture in our country. Okay, so what were their opinion? Now we will study about it. Ki why they were against these things and what type of thoughts or opinion they had. Okay, what type of education they wanted in India. Okay, English education has enslaved us. So why the Mahatma Gandhi and this Rabindranath Tagore, means they were against this Western education system. Actually, they thought that Mahatma Gandhi urged that the colonial education created a sense of inferiority in the minds of Indians. Okay, it was sinful and it enslaved Indians. It cast an evil spell on them. Okay, moreover, it destroyed the pride Indians had in their own culture. Okay, so actually Mahatma Gandhi thought that this colonial or British education, that it created a sense of inferiority. Means after getting the education, that Western education, and when these Indian people worked in these British institutions, industries or offices, that at that time means when they worked in under these British officials, that they always had a sense of inferiority. Okay, inferiority means they could not that you can say means they could not think them safe or protect, means always they had to work under their pressure or under their authority. This was there and it was very sinful, and they thought that English education made us the slave of the Britishers. Okay, so that's why they were against this English education system, and they also thought that English education system that means in which the Indian forgot their own culture. Okay, forgot their own past. That's why they were against him. Mahatma Gandhi wanted an education. So which type of education he wanted to introduce in India that could help Indians to recover their sense of dignity and self-respect. Okay, this was there. Now we will study about next point. According to Mahatma Gandhi, Indian languages ought to be medium of teaching and the means to develop a person's mind and soul. So these points you can write in the question that describe the opinion of the Mahatma Gandhi about Indian education system, or what type of education system he wanted to introduce in India. Okay, so he was against the Western education and he wanted that the medium of the, you can say, the medium of Indian education system must be their native language. Okay. Yes, next point. Mahatma Gandhi on Western education said that focused on reading and writing rather than oral knowledge, value textbooks rather than practical knowledge. Okay, so what was the opinion of Mahatma Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi thought that the Western education gave more stress, more focus on reading and writing. Okay, so means it didn't give any you can say importance to the oral knowledge. It just focus on the reading and writing, and that Western education give more value to the textbooks, means they didn't provide any practical knowledge. Okay, actually Mahatma Gandhi that they wanted or focused on the art and craft. Okay, means learn by doing. Ki on this way, or this is type of education system he wanted in India. Okay, yes. Now we will study about the second leader, Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, actually Rabindranath Tagore, you can say, not fully against this Western culture. Okay, actually he wanted to that take or accept good things from the both system. Some good things which were in Indian education, he wanted to take these things from this. Okay, and thus good things which were in Western education system. Okay, so he wanted to take from this. Means he wanted a mixture of the means all valuable things in the both education system, Western and Indian. Okay, so Abode of Peace, what was it? Actually Rabindranath Tagore that started Shanti Niketan in 1901. Rabindranath Tagore founded a school in Calcutta. Okay, few kilometers away from the city Calcutta, and it was that set up in a very peaceful environment. Okay, and that's why it is known as Shanti Niketan. Okay, means why it was Shanti Niketan? Because it was away from the you can say noise or pollution or hodgepodge of the cities. This is there, and when it was founded in 1901, he wanted to set up schools where children were happy, where they could be free and creative, where the child was able to explore their own thoughts and desires. Okay, he felt that childhood ought to be a time of self-learning. Okay, actually in his school or Shanti Niketan, he wanted to give the education children which they want to do, means in a free environment where the students could learn by doing. Okay, means that means could be free and means where the children are taught in a creative manner. Okay, where they could learn by doing, by creativity, and didn't feel bored in it. So that's why, and where the child able to explore own thoughts, own desire, means according to their wish they could learn. Okay, and he felt that childhood ought to be a time of self-learning, means by doing him or herself. This is there. So that was the Abode of Peace, and this thing is given to the school Shanti Niketan. Okay, students. Yes. He emphasized the need to teach science and technology as Shanti Niketan along with art, music and dance. As I told that Gandhiji wanted that the which type of education? Art and craft, and Western education focused on scientific and practical knowledge. So as I told that Tagore adopted the, or you can say both good things from the both education system. Means he wanted to give the education of science and technology also, and with art and craft. Okay, means where he wanted to give the education of science, okay, and science technology in a playing method, okay, along with the art, music and dance, ki where children could enjoy, okay, while learning science. This is there. According to him, creative learning be encouraged only within a natural environment, and for that Orhan set up his school 100 kilometers away from Calcutta in a rural setting. He saw is an abode of peace, which means Shanti Niketan. Where living in harmony with nature, children could cultivate their natural creativity. Already I have told you about this meaning. Okay, students. So now we will discuss about the difference between the educational views of Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore. As I told during this lecture also, that Mahatma Gandhi wanted a art and craft education, where Rabindranath Tagore wanted to give the education of both science, okay, technology along with art, dance, music. This is the main differences between Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore, okay, about education system. Mahatma Gandhi thought that the Western education was hampering that the Indian culture. He also felt that the ideas of Western education could modernize the Indian people but could not educate them. Okay, means what was the opinion of the Mahatma Gandhi? Ki after this means or Western education, that he could make the Indians only modernizations, only modernize, but they didn't give any you can say moral value. Okay, can't that in calculate the moral value among the children. Okay, that's why. And what was the opinion of Tagore? Tagore wanted to combine the good aspect of it with the Indian tradition. He recognized the importance of science and technology and wanted to promote that along with art, music and dance at Shanti Niketan. So already I told you about this. Rabindranath Tagore means he wanted to combine the good aspect of the both education system, okay, from the Indian education system and from Western education. Means he wanted to teach the students, give the knowledge of science and technology along with art, music, okay, and dance, means in a playful method. So beta, in this way our today's you can say lecture or chapter is completed. Okay, now homework. In homework, our first question: how were the views of Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi, okay, on the West different? What measure did company undertake to improve the system of vernacular education system? How were irregularities of Pathshala checked by the company? These are the two different questions, but answer will be same. Okay, what measures the company undertake to improve the system of vernacular education system? Earlier it was flexible, now everything was fixed in a systematic manner. Okay, buildings, fee structure, timetable, textbooks, English made the medium of that language for higher classes. So these were there. And irregularity, if you ask about the Pathshala, just I told you, no building were there, fee structure was not same, no textbook there, okay, and that no fixed timetable, no buildings, no textbook, this is there. So these are irregularities of the Pathshalas. What task was assigned to Pandit by the company? I told you that the Pandits were assigned, those who were given the duty for the inspections or checking, okay, of the schools, and he that made in charge of 4 to 5 schools. What do you mean by would dispatch? And question 5, what do you mean by Tagore's Abode of Peace? Okay, students. So you have to write the answers of these questions in your fair notebook and submit it to me on my email ID. Now we will have a discussion on homework solution of lecture 1. In which first question, who took the initiative to set up Calcutta Madrasa? So who was there? That person was Vaughan Hastings. Who started journal Asiatic Research? William Jones set up Asiatic Society of Bengal and started a journal called Asiatic Researches. Who were called Orientalists? Yes, the people those who have a scholarly knowledge of language and culture of Asia. Okay, means those who have in the favor or supporter of Asian culture were known as Orientalists. Now question 4. What did Thomas Macaulay urge the British government in India? He urged that the British government in India stop wasting public money in promoting Oriental learning, for it was no practical use. Okay. What measures were taken by the English Education Act of 1835? English was made the medium of instructions for higher classes. Promotion of Oriental institutions like the Calcutta Madrasa, Banaras Sanskrit College was stopped. These institutions were seen as temples of darkness that was falling of themselves into decay. Okay, so these were some measures taken by English Education Act of 1835. So friends, we have learnt about the education system of India before the arrival of British or after the, you can say, Wood Dispatch or English education system, which were introduced by the company or the British government. Understood? So in this way, our lecture is completed. Okay. We will meet tomorrow again with the summary lecture of the chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.